So I'm here with Henning Nehse from Dermalog, which Adam Cowan actually from Nehse told me I have to speak with you guys. So tell me a little bit about Dermalog and what you do.
Absolutely. Dermalog Identification Systems is Germany's largest manufacturer of biometric identification system. We have our own algorithm for fingerprint identification, facial recognition, iris recognition, and we are using this kind of technology also for large systems such as EID card, civil registration, e-passport production solutions, as well as border control systems where we use biometrics for identification of persons, verification for one-to-one against the document, for instance, passport authentication solutions. We do also biometric voters verification systems. So those are kind of everywhere where you need to have an identity service. We can offer a related solution.
And what's your position at Dermalog?
My position is Sales Director for Europe, and I'm also covering the business in North America. So all operations and business is running with me.
So I was just at, not just, but I was at Identiverse in Las Vegas earlier this year. I'm noticing there's a lot more biometrics companies here at Identity Week in DC. So what would you say for someone like me who's not totally in this world, what separates Dermalog from all the other biometrics companies I'm seeing today?
So basically, we are providing solutions for governments, for Ministry of Interior, for immigration services, for federal police forces and related other organizations. So we need to have a very good strong algorithm to identify one single person within a second at a border, for instance, in a database of 50 million people using biometrics such as fingerprints or facial recognition. So our response time is very fast, our accuracy is very high, so this is why it is separated a little bit from commercial provider from which you have often in banking sector to identify yourself with a selfie kind of authentication verification service. So we are more focusing on government business.
Do you want to show me what you have going on over here? What you can demonstrate?
We have here a capturing solution. This is actually, for instance, capturing demographic information, face, fingerprints, signature, and then you have kind of a preview, which you usually use for like civil registration, for EID card data capturing, or for e-passport data capturing. We do have also a solution for capturing fingerprints with a smartphone. That's quite new. Oh. So we are not using any kind of like
and that's pretty detailed.
It is, absolutely. It takes a while. You have the NFIQ score, which gives you a quality control, at least to use it also in large systems. And you have the different fingerprints captured by the smartphone, which is also the next steps for federal police force, because everyone has a smartphone and can use the camera. You usually used to use a fingerprint live scanner with an optical fingerprint device, and every police officer has a smartphone, can use this mobile application for a verification or identification process using biometrics with a smartphone.
Yes, some of the other companies were telling me here how the equipment for this used to be so big to have to carry around, and now it's like so much you could do just on your iPhone or
Absolutely,
Android.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, it's good to be used for verification or identification processes, but not for enrollment. For enrollment, you need to have high resolution data of captured with a fingerprint scanner in order to have it as a reference in the database, and using then a smartphone with a little bit less quality of the fingerprint image, which you're using for the matching process later on by generating the template. It's not ideal to use it for enrollment, but for verification.
Excellent. So where can people learn more about Dermalog? Anything else you want to get out there?
On the show, of course, at Identity Week in general. We are participating in Identity Week in Asia, in Identity Week in Europe next year. There are a couple of other events for the industry. And of course on our website, www.dermalog.com. And
Excellent. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Very welcome.